You've had an experience of acid attack during your teenage.
उन्होंने क्या किया एक दिन while I was riding my bike, they literally threw it. There was a shopkeeper on the street who had picked me up and then called my parents. People were also telling me while picking me up, obviously, my clothes were coming off.
Priya, what does freedom mean to you?
So I'll tell you the story. I was 13 years old when I got my period for the first time. And trust me, it was pure terror. I hid my periods from my entire family for 2 years. The moment girl's body is seen, like truly seen, her freedom is the first thing that disappears.
The OTT show, I believe you're not supposed to talk much about it, and I will not go into the details, but it's a very big platform.
कहते हैं ना लोग कि if it is meant for you, it will happen no matter what. I also auditioned for a major MTV reality show, and then I also did one major OTT platform show. I flew down to Mumbai. I shot for 3 days.
तो क्या ये एनालॉजी जो मैं प्रियंका चोपड़ा से ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ, तो आप खुद उससे एग्री करते हो?
For me, she's not just an inspiration. She is a revolution. So when I talk about my purpose or think about my purpose, it's to become a bridge. It's between the women who could not speak and the world that needs to hear their voices.
Tell me more about your understanding of your body now.
मेरे लिए तो कोई डिफरेंस ज़्यादा है नहीं men or women body में. As long as you feel comfortable, nobody should really question on the kind of clothes you wear or the religion you follow or what you do in your bed. Only reason I'm here or I'm not living that life is because I simply refused to accept that life for myself. Hi, this is Priya Singh. You're watching me on Memorable Conversation with Faridun.
Priya, what does freedom mean to you?
Freedom to me is something I have fought for since I was a kid. Okay, so it's not any abstract concept for me. So जब आप मुझसे freedom के बारे में पूछते हो, like, okay, so just to give you a background, I was born in Banaras, which is also known as Varanasi. Even though I was born there, I was raised in a village in Mirzapur. Okay, and in that world, giving girls an education itself was a taboo. Like thinking was लड़की को पढ़ा के क्या करेंगे, ultimately तो शादी ही करनी है. So imagine that was the prevailing wisdom. That was the ceiling. Okay. So I'll tell you the story. I was 13 years old when I got my period for the first time. And trust me, it was pure terror. Not because of pain or anything. The reason was that I had already watched what happened to my elder sister during her periods. So she would be sent to a separate room alone, be it cold, summers, didn't matter. She couldn't enter the kitchen. She wasn't allowed to touch anything in the kitchen. वो पापा को खाना सर्व करती थी usually. वो भी allowed नहीं था during the periods. और तो और, she wasn't even allowed to go outside and play with kids. And you know what? I observed that slowly, like so slowly that you almost don't notice it. She stopped being a child. वो हमारे साथ खेलना ही बंद कर दिया. Like she started wearing salwar suit. She started taking more household chores. And then I realized that मुझे ये अपने लिए नहीं चाहिए. I definitely don't want this. So I made a decision that no 13-year-old should ever have to make, I would say. I hid my periods from my entire family for 2 years, like full 2 years. Okay. Now you must be wondering, like, how is that possible? So I had seen my sister using pieces of folded cloth, like as a sanitary pad, because sanitary pad उस time गांव में accessible नहीं था. I'm sure exist तो करता होगा उस time पे भी, but it wasn't accessible to us. So I would steal those cloth pieces and then use it myself. And then I'll make all the excuses, मुझे स्कूल नहीं जाना है, मुझे पेट दर्द हो रहा है, या जो भी, you know. But I would never tell anybody what I was going through. Somewhere I felt that the cost of being discovered would be higher than the cost of this suffering I was going through in pain or in silence.
Right.
And that's the reason I chose that. But then eventually, you know, उसकी भी कहानी है. मेरी बहन को थोड़ा, I think she started observing कि उसके cloth pieces कम हो रहे हैं. And then she asked me once and I got so scared कि फिर मैंने वो उसके कपड़े भी use करना बंद कर दिया. And then I started using whatever I could find. Unsanitized, dirty cloth from anywhere, road के बाहर, घर के अंदर, कहीं से भी. Because see, I didn't know any better. I was just a kid who was trying to protect her own childhood or freedom, you would say. But then, to this story, like, then came the time when my body started changing. I mean, the way female bodies do. So every day, like every single day, and I don't remember how long I did it, like, I would literally, एक cloth piece लेके मैं अपने chest बांधती थी tight. I would band my chest so tightly so I look flat. And then I would put my father oversized t-shirt or kuch bhi jo loose ho, dheela dhala ho, and that's how I'll go out. And the only reason is because I never wanted my neighbors to notice that I was growing up. Because then they would not let me roam or play with kids or just be the kid, right? And you know what, Faridun? I've seen this my whole life. The moment girl's body is seen, like truly seen, her freedom is the first thing that disappears. At least from the place where I come from. गांव में तो ऐसा देखा है मैंने. कपड़े बदल जाते हैं, अब तुम बड़ी हो गई हो, सूट सलवार पहन लो, अब तुम बड़ी हो गई हो, खेलना नहीं है. And that's the reason I was doing all this. और मुझे ये भी पता है that I'm not alone in this. There are gazillion of girls, even right now, who are like doing some act of their, I don't know, some invisible act of resistance just to hold on to a little bit of themselves. वो कुछ भी हो कि हाँ थोड़ा रुक जाओ, अभी मुझे शादी नहीं करनी है, अभी मुझे बच्चा नहीं करना है. And I love women are doing it. And what I feel remarkable, like genuinely remarkable, is not the suffering I'm talking about. It's the ingenuity. Like imagine the creativity of a young girl, right? Who simply refuses to surrender to the society norms. So if you ask me, like, how far I'm willing to protect my freedom, I would say, dekh lo, I left my village, I left my country. I've been living in US for almost 10 years. And you know what? I won't even call it struggle. I simply refuse to. Because even in the hardest moments of that journey, like from Benares to America, I was not suffering because I was only focused on escaping towards something better. And then आप उसमें इतना busy हो जाते हो कि you don't see that as a struggle, at least in that moment. So that's that. But one thing which I really want to say, and I'm saying this to every parents watching or listening right now, the freedom they withhold, right, from their daughter in the name of protection, you call it, or in the name of honor. See, if girl needs it, she will take her freedom with or without your blessing. I feel like the only decision that is in parents' hand is whether she does it with wounds or the wings. And I know like the next generation has it better for sure. But then I believe that there are still so many villages in India where girls are living exactly the life I just described. So I would say this is mostly for them.
जब मैं आपका सोशल मीडिया आपका मैं अवतार देखता हूँ, अभी हवाई से आप आई हैं, यू लव टू बी इन स्विमवेयर, और आप जैसे भी चाहती हैं आप इंजॉय करती हैं अपने आप को, कपड़े जिस तरीके से आप पहनना चाहती हैं पहनती हैं. कंसिडरिंग दैट मुझे आपकी कहानी का पता है, जब मैं आपको इस अवतार में देखता हूँ, सो मैं आपको ना एक उस लेंस से नहीं देख रहा हूँ दैट ही इज़ अ वेरी अट्रैक्टिव गर्ल एंड शी इज़ enjoying her swimwear and enjoying her holidays in US. मेरे लिए ये एक आपका celebration होता है for your freedom, for the fact that this is your body and आप उसको celebrate करना चाहते हो at per your choice. It's a very different way of looking at you once having known your story. Tell me more about your understanding of your body now, and why is it important for you to be yourself the way you want to?
I just feel, Farideen, that body, like we talk about body, female body, male body, I just feel like it's very overrated. Why can't we just consider it as like, I would say at par with similarities how we treat male body versus female body, right? तो ये जो बचपन से हमें सिखाया गया है, और पता है आप बहुत सारे रील्स में भी देखोगे कि कहते हैं ओ बैकलेस ब्लाउज कोई आज के नए जमाने की लड़कियां नहीं पहन रही हैं, लाइक वी हैवंट इन्वेंटेड इट. अगर आप बहुत पहले भी जाते हो, लाइक इन आवर एंसेस्टर्स टाइम, वो ऐसे कपड़े पहनते हैं. देयर वर टाइम्स व्हेन इंडियन वुमेन हैड नो ब्लाउजेस, दे वर जस्ट रैप्ड अराउंड साड़ी. आई थिंक ये कल्चर धीरे धीरे ये हम लोगों ने ही खराब किया है. एंड आई डोंट वांट टू साउंड लाइक स्ट्रॉन्ग फेमिनिस्ट, बट ये पेट्रियार्की को ज्यादा स्ट्रांग जिंदा रखने के लिए ये सारी चीजें हुई है कि कैसे औरतों को और बांधा जा सके, कैसे उनके ऊपर और रिस्ट्रिक्शंस डाल सके. And I feel like this is the only reason why women has to go through so much. Otherwise, if women can, like if men can roam around in their sandals, why not women? Like मुझे मुझे लॉजिक ही नहीं समझ में आता क्यों. तो मेरे लिए तो कोई डिफरेंस ज्यादा है नहीं मेन और वुमेन बॉडी में. एज लॉन्ग एज यू फील कंफर्टेबल, I think you should wear whatever you're, I don't know, comfortable with or whatever you like. It's your personal choice. Like nobody asks, oh, तुमने bedsheet कौन से अपने room में डाली है? या फिर nobody cares like what you do in your private space, right? So nobody should really question on the kind of clothes you wear or the religion you follow or what you do in your bed. According to me, these three things are very, very personal. Yeah,
एब्सोल्युटली.
I don't know.
ओके नाउ मैं थोड़ा सा चाहूँगा कि हम थोड़ा सा और कुछ रिवाइंड करें. मुझे अंदाज़ा है कि आपके लिए ये तकलीफ मेमोरीज हैं एंड यू वुड लव टू मूव ओवर दैट, बट थैंक यू फॉर अग्रीइंग टू शेयर योर स्टोरी. You've had an experience of acid attack during your childhood, during your teenage, and you had an experience when you were forced into an accident by boys whom you turned down. So कुछ बताइए ज़रा उसके बारे में बताइए.
Oh my God. Yeah, sure. So look, I was the famous girl back in school in Varanasi, okay? And with that came a certain kind of unwanted attention. We all know that, right? So there was this guy जो रोज आता था, like every single day. उसको मेरा टाइमिंग पता था, मैं कब स्कूल जा रही हूँ, कब कोचिंग क्लासेस जा रही हूँ. Every day वो मेरी स्कूटी के आगे अपने बाइक आके खड़ी कर देता था. He would literally block me. Okay, और हमेशा मेरा नंबर पूछेगा, मुझे प्रपोज करेगा, and every single day I would just reject him. Okay, but then my real fear was not that guy. I used to get scared. Oh my God, नेबर्स में ये अंकल देख लेंगे, वो आंटी देख लेंगे, और जब वो देखेंगे फिर वो मेरे पेरेंट्स को कंप्लेन करेंगे, एंड देन माय पेरेंट्स वुड पुट रिस्ट्रिक्शंस ऑन मी कि तुम बाहर नहीं जाना, ये नहीं पहनना. उसका मुझे बहुत डर लगता था. So I used to avoid that guy. Okay, but one day I was so fed up. Like, I was so angry. Like, the moment he stopped in front of my scooty, I literally stopped my scooty. I got down, I picked up a rock from the roadside, and I threw it at him. Now, when I think about it, like, I really wish that it had hit him, but back then it just hit his bike, okay? I think the message was delivered. The guy knew that, okay, I'm very frustrated, I'm not going to take it anymore. And that's the reason, he decided to plan his revenge. So the incident which you're talking about, I was on my way to my coaching classes, and I noticed that there are two boys on a bike. Their faces are covered. बनारस में बहुत normal था उस time, जो भी bikes या scooty चलाते थे, just to protect ourselves with sun and dust, हम cover करते थे, mask करते थे अपने face को, right? So these two boys were riding parallel to me, and the guy sitting in the back, he was reaching into a bag. And I don't know how to explain what happened next, except to say that, I have always had a very strong intuition, Faridun. And in that fraction of second, something inside me screamed that something was wrong. Okay, I didn't know, but something was wrong. And you won't believe, I just accelerated my scooty. And by the time they threw the acid, it landed on my back seat. Luckily, not on my face, not on my body. And I was safe. And I still remember, like, vivid memory that it happened right in front of a small mandir. ठीक है, orange color का हनुमान जी का एक मंदिर था. And in that fraction of second, I just said, God, please. And then I rode through, and then obviously I didn't look back. But I've always believed that God has planned, not planned, really, like, He has placed the shield around me. And that day I actually felt it. But obviously those guys realized that I had escaped. So वहाँ पे भी नहीं रुके वो. Few days later, knowing that obviously, पता नहीं वो आप जब young होते हो, आप बहुत एड्रेनल रश मिलता है, क्या मिलता है. मैं बहुत तेज स्कूटी चलाती थी, ठीक है. उनको मेरा टाइमिंग तो पता था. उन्होंने क्या किया, एक दिन while I was riding my bike, उन्होंने एक बाइसिकल फेंक दिया मेरे स्कूटी के आगे. They literally threw it. Or obviously, my scooty went to the other side of the road and I was dragged across. My skin was burnt. Like, I still carry those marks, by the way, on my body today. So I lost my consciousness. And when I woke up, I was at home. My mom was crying, people around me, and I couldn't remember anything. Okay? I don't remember when I fell. I don't remember when I was picked up, how I got there, nothing. Later on, I was told that there was a shopkeeper on the street who had picked me up and then called my parents. People were also telling me while picking me up, obviously, my clothes were coming off. But give me a second. Anyways, I'm sorry. Oh, I hate telling this story. So, yeah, for good, I would say 6-7 hours. I didn't remember anything. Like, the entire chapter was just gone from my memory. To a point, my mom was crying, thinking उनको ऐसा लगता था उसकी याददाश्त चली गई, सिर में चोट लग गई. Luckily, इतना कुछ dramatic नहीं हुआ था. But yeah, I couldn't remember most of it. So when you ask, right, like, oh, how do you find strength to overcome, or, you feel that this is going to be very strong or very rough for me to tell the story, I really want to tell this that I really never had to find courage. I feel like it was already there. It has always been there. See, I was always the black sheep in my family, born a rebel, like born the bra kind of feminist, like fighting for my equality at home, outside, everywhere. So courage was never something I had to borrow. It was simply who I was, okay? I just didn't know any better.
Right.
So, yes, those incidents, when I talk about it, when I think about it in that like serious moments, I do realize that it leaves scars. I won't pretend that they don't. But at the same time, they've made me mentally and emotionally bulletproof. And I mean that literally. Like, मैं इन्हें कभी भी ऐसे नहीं बोलती कि मेरी लाइफ का डार्क फेज है या कुछ भी. I just feel like whatever has happened to me, it has just made me a stronger person. So it wasn't really about overcoming. It was just about facing. And I feel like God has always taken me to the edge, not once, but multiple times, as if to say, look how close it can get and then appreciate what remains, right? So he was testing me, shaping me, I don't know, like forging something in me that would be needed later. So, yeah, जब भी कुछ बुरा होता है, right? मेरा पहला सवाल कभी भी ये नहीं होता, oh, why me? It's always like, oh, what is this preparing me for? Because I strongly believe, that whatever happens for something better. And I carry this philosophy until now, and I guess I'll carry this philosophy till I die. So yeah,
That's absolutely brilliant. And then US happened, and you've had a wonderful success story in US, and you're doing extremely well. So tell me, how was that process like? Because coming from this sort of background and then just moving to US, ये ख्वाब भी देखना अपने आप में जो है, मुझे लगता है कि उसके लिए भी बहुत करेज चाहिए होगा. और मुझे जहाँ तक अंदाज़ा है, शायद आपने अपनी फैमिली को बहुत सी डिटेल्स नहीं बताई थी till the time things got finalized.
Yeah, you're right. And such a loaded question. But by the way, Faridun, I'm the first person in my entire bloodline to ever go to abroad, to study, to live, to build a life. Not in anyone's wildest dream had anyone in my family conceived of such a thing. Okay? I know for a lot of people it's normal, but it wasn't for me from the place I come from. So you won't believe, like 10 days before I was supposed to fly to US, I sat my parents down and I told them, मैं US जा रही हूँ पढ़ने के लिए. And my dad, he was like, ये impossible है, तुम्हें visa ही नहीं मिलेगा, it's not that easy. And I said, I already have it. And that's why I'm telling you guys, and I'm leaving in 10 days. And I had done everything alone, the applications, writing exams, paperwork, visa, everything. Okay. क्योंकि मुझे पता था कि अगर मैं उनसे परमिशन मांगती या कुछ पूछती, the answer would be no. So why do you even
Right.
try that? And then people ask, like even my younger sister sometimes ask, दीदी तुम्हें डर नहीं लगता था, तुम इतने बड़े बड़े steps अकेले ले लेती थी, like moving to a completely new country alone. People think that, oh, it would be a daunting experience, but honestly, I was so electrified, Faridun. Like, I think that's how I am with every new chapter. My excitement is so much that it drowns everything else. Like, there's no room for any other feelings or fear or any other emotions. हाँ, like थोड़ा बहुत nervousness तो होता ही है because of the
Correct.
unknown. But I guess my excitement always wins. तो वो सारी चीजें मुझे याद ही नहीं कि कैसे होता है, क्या हुआ, क्या नहीं हुआ. So that was that. But you know, when I arrived here, I remember this so clearly. I felt like I could breathe, like without permission, without anyone's watching, judging, or deciding what I was allowed to do next. I somehow didn't feel like a stranger. Like there was no culture shock. I felt instantly that I belonged here. Like जैसे ये जगह मेरे लिए है, like it was waiting for me. And you know, growing up, Faridun, like when I would watch TV, I would think, oh, ऐसा कोई भी लड़की देखा या fashion show देखा or somebody's in abroad, wherever, I'll be like, oh, that's me. I'm just not able to access it yet, but that's me. Somehow there was that belief. And I feel like America gave that access to me. So I'll tell you the girls I grew up alongside in the village, right? I wouldn't call them friends, but neighbors, yeah, people I knew. They're married in their early 20s. They wake up 4 or 5 in the morning, managing households, raising children, serving their families. And that was the story written for me as well. और I'll be honest, आज भी आप मेरे गांव में जाओगे ना, आपको यही लाइफ दिखेगी. And you know what? I'm not saying that I'm exceptional. The only reason I'm here or I'm not living that life is because I simply refused to accept that life for myself. It's as simple as that. So when I moved to America, I mean, see, America has taught me a lot of things, right? A better civic sense, a better way of living. It has given me access to the best infrastructure, the best technology, the best opportunities. It kind of gave me a space to build a career from almost nothing to 100. Okay. But I feel like more than any of that, it gave me something I had been starving for my entire childhood. No relatives, no nosy neighbors, no one asking कहाँ जा रही हो, किसके साथ हो, क्या कपड़े पहन रहे हो. Just you, your choices, your life. अब मेरे लिए वो freedom थी. And मुझे वही चाहिए था. And I have that now.
That's absolutely brilliant. Okay, and you're currently working in Amazon at a very high position, so that's wonderful. Okay, Priya, I strongly believe there's a book inside you. किताब का नाम क्या हो सकता है? अगर आप किताब अगर लिखें तो आपकी किताब का नाम क्या होगा?
Wow. बहुत सारे नाम हैं फरीदुन जो मैं अभी तक सोच रही हूँ. मेरे दिमाग में बहुत सारे नाम हैं. फाइनल लॉक तो नहीं किया है, बट आई फील लाइक समथिंग लाइक इफ इट फाउंड यू इट्स योर्स. This is what crosses my mind every time I think about the name for my book. So I feel like बहुत बारी जब आप सपने देखते हो, right? It's not like सिर्फ जो सो के सपने देखते हो. आप जो भी आपके दिमाग में आता है, right? कि मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये बनना है, कुछ भी देख के, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर if it has crossed your mind, तुम कर सकते हो. क्योंकि मैंने वही किया अपनी पूरी लाइफ. मेरी पूरी लाइफ की जर्नी जो है सिर्फ यही है. I would say my reality was my dreams. मुझे बस वही करना था. मेरे जितनी भी रियलिटी वो सारी मेरी ड्रीम्स ही है. So that's what I've been thinking about.
No, that's absolutely incredible. Okay, and you have a strong passion for creative arts as well. You've been part of two wonderful music videos as well, which happened very professionally in USA. and you look amazing in them. So tell me more about
Thank you.
that experience and why is it important for you? You're also the heroine material too.
Thank you. Yeah, so I feel like कहते हैं ना लोग कि if it is meant for you, it will happen no matter what. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि it all started from there. So and this is also a story, okay, I want to tell. Instagram पे मेरी इतनी कोई खास presence नहीं थी, ठीक है? But you can call it a creative beginning या फिर universe had conspired it to happen. A director based in LA who had never met me, never heard of me. He just stumbled onto my Instagram. I don't know what he saw. He slid into my DM and said, "Hey, I really like the way you look. Would you be interested in doing a music video with me?" And look, I know that beauty is deeply subjective. Some people might find you average, some extraordinary, but whatever this man saw in me, I was absolutely ignited. And growing up, I always wanted to do something like that. But back then, I was dependent on my parents, and anything that touched a girl's so called reputation, according to them, that is entertainment, performance, or being seen, was somehow tied to shame in their eyes. Not anymore, I'll assume. But abhi situation alag ho chuki hai. I'm completely independent. I answer to myself. So I took the plunge, that leap of faith, and I said, why not? Let's do it. So yeah, the first video led me to the second one. And then I also auditioned for a major MTV reality show. And then I also did one major OTT platform show. I flew down to Mumbai. I shot for 3 days. And yeah, like it was one of the most exhilarating experiences of my life, Faridun. Because ever since I was a child, I always wanted to be seen, to be heard. And these projects I'm talking about, like, felt the right way to do it. So I don't even think this as my career move. I just feel like I'm falling into my passion now. कहते हैं ना जब समय सही होता है तो कहीं से भी कुछ भी होता है. I think this is what is happening to me right now.
That's absolutely brilliant. The OTT show, I believe you're not supposed to talk much about it, and I will not go into the details. But it's a very big platform, and congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Priya, when I look at your social media, you're very consistent with posting your reels and your pictures, and it's very obvious that when we look at your Hawaii pictures, for example, swimwear में जिस तरीके से आप नज़र आती हैं, एकदम बिल्कुल ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे किंगफिशर का कैलेंडर है, दीपिका पाडुकोन का जिस तरीके से, या अदर सेलिब्रिटीज़, वो उस लेवल का आपके अंदर एक परफेक्शन नज़र आता है. तो मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है कि हाउ एम्बिशियस आर यू, बिकॉज मुझे लगता है कि you're meant for the bigger stage.
First of all, thank you, Faridun, for all the compliments. Ambitious हूँ, बहुत ज़्यादा ambitious हूँ. I don't know इसको कैसे define कर सकते हैं. लोग बोलते हैं अपना niche find करो, या तो tech में काम करो, या तो fashion करो, या तो acting करो. मैं बोलती हूँ क्यों? Why can I not be multidimensional? एक ही life मिली है, right? तो मैं एक ही life में सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ क्यों करूँ? मैं सब कुछ करना चाहती हूँ. And I'm very passionate about such projects you talked about, acting, fashion. Fashion is like my second love, and maybe that's the reason you're able to see what you see on my Instagram. So yeah, like I'm really looking forward to good projects coming to me so that I can really show the world what I'm capable of.
That's absolutely amazing. All right, so Priya, मुझे ना एक एनालॉजी थोड़ा सा मैं और भी मैं ड्रॉ करता हूँ when I've been conversing with you and when I've been communicating with you. प्रियंका चोपड़ा when she started off, तो बॉम्बे में मैंने उनके साथ में इंटरव्यूज़ करे हैं for many of her films. उनकी फिर मैंने वो भी जर्नी देखी है जब when she went to US for In the City, the song, and after that फिर as an actress जिस तरीके से उन्होंने मूव किया, तो पूरा मैंने वो उनका जर्नी मैंने देखा है. मुझे पता नहीं क्यों ना, मुझे एक एनालॉजी ड्रॉ में यहाँ पर मुझे लगता है कि दैट यू आर एन इंडियन, यू आर लिविंग इन US, एंड आई फील कि आपके जो एवेन्यूज़ हैं वो ना सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान में, बट एट द सेम टाइम वेस्ट में भी. you are in Seattle right now, but and Los Angeles is very close by. So even west में, your English is excellent. So मुझे लगता है कि even for western projects like OTT series and films के लिए आप एकदम apt हैं. तो क्या ये analogy जो मैं प्रियंका चोपड़ा से ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ, तो आप कुछ उससे agree करते हो?
Oh my God. It's such a big thing, first of all. Analogy तो नहीं कहूँगी. Like there's no one can who can be compared with Priyanka Chopra. Okay, first of all, like, you must have heard this, that, oh, she's an inspiration to so many women. For me, she's not just an inspiration, she is a revolution. तो अगर आप बोल रहे हो मैं उनके कंपैरिजन में भी कहीं हूं, तो नहीं. Even if I can touch like 0.1% of what she is, for me that's a win. See, she represents Indian women like no one has ever done it. Okay, so for a girl growing up in a village, daring to dream of an international life, she was the proof that it was not naive, first of all. Okay, and I'll tell you, अब जब भी प्रियंका चोपड़ा की बात करते हैं ना, हाँ, I do see myself in her. I feel like if she can do it, I can do it too. So from that perspective, yes, I believe, like, she looked at, I'll give you this analogy. Okay, she looked at the hyphen between multiple professions. For example, okay, Indian American or actress, producer, singer, celebrity, all of that. So she's not just one personality for me. She's not just an actor for me. She is like, she deserves her own space. Okay, and she's just too amazing. But yeah, she has given me a language for something I had always felt, but I couldn't really articulate. And that's the multi-hyphen identity I'm talking about. Okay. So, मैं जब भी उनका कोई भी इंटरव्यू देखती हूँ फरीदून, ओ माय गॉड, यू वोंट बिलीव, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैंने उनकी कोई इंटरव्यू मिस नहीं किया होगा. मूवी भले मैं मिस कर दूं, बट मैं उनकी कोई इंटरव्यू मिस नहीं कर सकती. एंड द वे आई वॉच हर, आई रियली वांट पीपल टू वॉच मी वॉचिंग हर. My eyes go so bright, and there's a constant smile on my face, which I cannot control. The way she speaks, the way she carries herself, the sheer force of her, she's my absolute favorite, like, without a doubt. And you can probably tell by now. मैं उनके बारे में बात करते ही इतनी excited हो जाती हूँ. It's my dream to meet her once, एंड आई एम समबडी जो कि ऐसे स्टार्स तक नहीं होता. मैं कभी भी ऐसे सेलिब्रिटीज के पास जाके फोटोज नहीं मांगूंगी या कुछ भी. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू प्रियंका चोपड़ा, आई फील लाइक, ओ माय गॉड, what a pleasure it would be just to sit with her and share few moments with her. Like, that's what she is for me.
That's absolutely incredible. All right. Apart from Priyanka, who are the other actresses and actors that you really admire, Priya?
That's a good one. I think the one I can think of, एक तो मेरे दिमाग में जो सबसे पहला नाम आता है वो है आलिया भट्ट. ठीक है, फीमेल एक्टर. एंड देन मेल एक्टर रणवीर सिंह. I think these two are just amazing. I don't know, like, I cannot tell enough, like, how good they are. When I see them on screen, like in different movies, I feel like, oh my God, look at the range. They can be North and they can be the South. It's that. So yeah, these two are my favorite actors.
Okay, कौन से directors आपको attract करते हैं? Who are the directors that you find really interesting?
Oh, okay. Unpopular opinion, but Karan Johar is my favorite one. Dude, this dude has spoiled me for life. मेरा रोमांस का डेफिनेशन इस बंदे ने डिफाइन कर दिया. ठीक है, ये होता है ना, मैं उसके अलावा रोमांस जानती नहीं हूँ. Whatever I have, watched while growing up, करण जौहर की मूवीज या फिर और जितने भी लव स्टोरीज हैं, चाहे वो संजय लीला बंसाली की हो, they have shaped me in terms of how I think about romance in my life. तो करण जौहर को तो ऑब्वियसली मैं टॉप पे रखूंगी. एंड देन आई हैव संजय लीला भंसाली. दीज टू आर माय टॉप फेवरेट.
Okay. All right. Now, considering you've had certain experiences in the teenage, which are not very flattering and not pleasant memories, obviously. How do you look at men now? Do you carry that baggage of the past, and do you find them as villains in any way? Do you judge them? Or are you circumspect? Are you cautious? How do you look at men now, and what does love mean to you today?
Not at all, Faridun. I know where you're coming from, but not at all. Like, my experiences are very skewed. मैं उसके ऊपर, I'm not going to anchor it to that and then make a general judgment about the entire world. तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. I'm very much the girl who believes in love, who believes in good people, good men. है भाई इस दुनिया में अच्छे लोग हैं ऐसा नहीं है but love to me is the most, I would say, beautifully contradictory thing in the world. Okay, and I'll tell you why I feel so. It is selfless and selfish at the exact same time. And I'll tell you why I'm saying, okay? So the person who's in love, who's truly giving, वो तो completely selfless होता है, right? Does everything for the person without keeping any score. But then there's other side, the expectation that comes with love, okay? In an age where we have endless option, endless distraction, expecting someone to meet your every idea of what love should look like and calling that love, वो selfish है. So my idea of perfect love is two people who are equally into each other, like equally selfless for each other, बिना किसी हिसाब के. I think that balance is what I call love. And it's very hard, to be honest, because I'm contradicting myself. मैंने बोला ना कि मेरे भी विचार करण जौहर की मूवीज जैसे कि मुझे ऐसा चाहिए, but then at the same time I do realize that hey this is not realistic. I'm not being pragmatic about it, so I also change like how I think, and then I also get into these conversation with myself and I feel like okay, I need to look at it in a different way. So yeah, that's that.
रोमांस क्या है प्रिया?
मैं रिपीट करूंगी आपको. करण जौहर की मूवी देख के बड़ी हुई हूँ, ठीक है, पूरी बॉलीवुड लव स्टोरी जो भी मैंने देखा है. एंड यू नो व्हाट, रोमांस फॉर मी इज लाइक all those big dramatic gestures like grand declaration, wo sab kuch, I'm all about that. But at the same time, and this might seem again contradictory, but holding hands is romantic to me. Like the little things, every little tiny trivial things matter to me just as much as the big ones. So it's all together. ये है मेरा romance.
Okay,
now,
all right.
now it's your pick, yeah.
ओके अच्छा, अब जैसे जो आपका जिस तरीके का आपका बचपन रहा है और जो आपके एक्सपीरियंसेस आपके रहे हैं, एंड देन यू स्टेप्ड आउट ऑफ बनारस एंड यू केम टू यूएस. Are you looking for some sort of closure for your childhood? Do you want to do something for your village? क्या आप उन लड़कियों के लिए कुछ करना चाहती हैं जो कि आज भी इसी तरीके से एक्सपीरियंसेस उनके रहते हैं when they turn into teenage and be it periods and the sort of control that tends to happen on them? Do you want to do something for them?
Short answer, absolutely yes. But I want to first address your first part of the question. If
जी.
I need closure, right? I'm not seeking any closure. क्योंकि मेरे पास कोई ट्रॉमा नहीं है. As I said कि मैं हमेशा से बहुत स्ट्रांग रही हूँ, राइट? तो मेरे जितने भी एक्सपीरियंसेस है, आई डोंट सी देम एज माय डार्क फेज और नेगेटिव फेज. तो मेरे को उन सब का कोई इश्यू ही नहीं. आई एम अ वेरी हैप्पी गो लकी पर्सन. तो उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मैं कोई क्लोजर तो सीख नहीं कर रही हूँ. बट नाउ आंसरिंग टू योर सेकंड पार्ट, what do I want to do for these people who are in my village? See, my village is not just a place where I'm from. It is what I am made of, right? वो चाहे नेगेटिव वे में हो, चाहे वो पॉजिटिव वे में हो. अगर मैंने बुरी चीजें भी गांव में देखी तो मुझे पता था ये नहीं चाहिए. अच्छी चीजें देखी तो वो चाहिए. So everything all together has made me what I am today, right? Everything I am like began there. Be it my resilience, warmth, जो भी, or the bone deep understanding of what it means to really work hard with very little, I would say. So giving back to that community, first of all, is not even obligation to me. Like, it feels like honor. मैं regularly अपने पापा से पूछती हूँ, पता है? मैं बोलती हूँ, पापा गांव में क्या चाहिए? कुछ ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, मैं कुछ लोगों के लिए कुछ कर सकती हूँ क्या? कोई, टॉयलेट, स्कूल, मैं कैसे contribute कर सकती हूँ? But beyond any infrastructure, I really want to show up in person. Like sit with these young people there, look them in the eye and say, just dream, and tell them my story that every dream you dream is valid. मैं यहीं से हूँ, and the world opened up for me, and it can open up for you too. So मैं वहां से सोचती हूँ, I really have this dream to you know, open a school in my village, but then वो school ऐसे traditional school नहीं होंगे, okay? वो वैसे स्कूल होंगे जहाँ पे फोर्सफुली बच्चों को सिर्फ वो नहीं पढ़ाया जाएगा जो हमें लगता है उन्हें पढ़ना चाहिए. इट विल बी वेरी conditioned to their passion. So there would be a pottery classes, poetry classes, sewing classes. तो जिसको natural जो talent है या skill है या फिर शौक है, whatever passion they have, I want them to join that school, learn them professionally, and then kind of translate that passion into something they can make money. So that kind of school, I really feel like I want to open in that village for sure.
लड़कियों के लिए एजुकेशन की क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है?
सिर्फ लड़कियों के लिए नहीं, मुझे लगता है एजुकेशन सबके लिए इक्वल होना चाहिए और
नहीं,
सबको
why I'm
बराबर ही
saying
होना चाहिए.
why I'm saying it because generally जो एक कॉन्सेप्ट ये है कि लड़कों के लिए तो मतलब it is kind of understood कि उनको तो पढ़ाना ही है, लेकिन many a times the girls they are made to ask to do कि household जो सारे काम हैं वो तुमको करना है, और you're not तुम्हें वैसे भी शादी करके तुम्हें अपने घर पे ही जाना है, तो तुम्हें पढ़ने की क्या ज़रूरत है. I'm saying from that point of view.
Yeah, with that mindset, क्या कहूँ, for girls there always has been this glass ceiling, right? But I guess अगर आप ये चाहते हो कि लड़की, आपको इतना तो पता है कि लड़की बच्चा पैदा करती है, there is no denial about it. अगर बच्चा पैदा करती है, आपको ये भी पता है कि she is the one raising her kids, उनका बहुत ज्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस होता है. तो आपको नहीं लगता है कि the person who's responsible to raise another human being, nurture another human being, वो पढ़ा लिखा होना चाहिए? Like, just a simple example I'm giving, right? ये तो एक बहुत, मैं उन लोगों के लिए एग्जाम्पल दे रही हूँ जो ऐसे सोचते हैं कि लड़कियों को नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए. Now there are gazillion other ways and examples or reasons why they should study, right? आज के जमाने में तो मुझे लगता है more than ever before ज्यादा जरूरी है लड़कियों को पढ़ने के लिए. महंगाई इतनी बढ़ गई है, लड़के से नहीं हो पाएगा अकेले. हम टेलिंग दोनों को पढ़ना चाहिए, दोनों को कुछ करना चाहिए टू सस्टेन दिस लाइफस्टाइल. तो मुझे तो ये पता ही नहीं कि अब कैसे कोई बिना काम किए अकेले, like just one bread earner is not gonna be enough. And if anything, like, I guess everybody deserves the chance to learn and educate themselves about the world, right? तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप उनसे छीन रहे हो कुछ जो उनका है. And I don't think anybody has power to do that, and anybody should do that.
All right, Priya, it has been fascinating talking to you. मैं आपसे आखिर में एक सवाल मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि एक सेंस ऑफ पर्पस कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है लाइफ में?
I'm so glad you asked this question, Faridun. You know, as a person, I feel everything very deeply and very strongly. I am a very intense person, ठीक है? और मुझे लगता है हर एक intense person का ना purpose होना बहुत जरूरी है to even live for a second. So when I talk about my purpose or think about my purpose, it's to become a bridge. That kind of bridge between, you know, where I come from to where I'm going. Imagine it's between the women who could not speak and the world that needs to hear their voices. So there is a girl in a small town somewhere right now who has a dream so large that it frightens her, right? And she has no one to look at and think that could be me. I want to be that person for her. Every role I take, every platform I use, every wall I break, I really carry her with me. And now, if I'm being completely honest, like being that bridge, of course, which I will be, but also a little bit of fame, a little bit of money, a little bit of peace, a little bit of love. It's all of those things too, right? Like, I'm a human being after all. So what gets me out of bed with urgency, like every single day, is to become that bridge to a lot of women out there. So yeah.
That's amazing. So Priya, it has been absolutely wonderful talking to you. Congratulations for like a very, very brave and fantastic journey so far. And I'm sure that you have a very, very bright future ahead of you. And all the best to you, and take care.
Thank you, Faridun. Thank you. It was lovely talking to you.